Prepping for a real estate shoot takes so much more effort than just moving trash cans and fluffing up the pillows. So I wanted to show you how I prep a home before I actually start shooting. It's honestly so nice when the agent trusts you enough to just give you the code and trust you to turn off all the lights and lock up. So that's what I'm doing right now. This home was a 2-bed, 1-bath, and honestly, these homes are pretty easy to shoot just because they are a little bit smaller. And especially since this one was a condo, it is probably gonna take me maybe 10-15 minutes just to get the house ready to go. The first thing that I usually do whenever I enter a house is turn on a few lights, put my stuff down, and just kind of check out what I'm working with. And if the owners are there or if an agent is there, they're gonna trust you enough for you to know what you're doing. So just be confident in kind of just going around their house and turning on lights and cleaning a few things up. There were a few things that were out of place, like the drawer was open. Some of the dining chairs were just a little bit crooked, so I went ahead and fixed those. Some of those tiny details are going to pop up later in the photos, and you don't want to regret not moving something. If there are any sort of snacks out or food, I would definitely put those away. I personally don't like to see any sort of like plastic stuff in my photos. I recently started putting away kitchen towels because there was just one comment that I received from an agent that she just didn't like the photo with the kitchen towel in it. So I made sure from now on, I always move them just in case if an agent is a little bit more picky about that. I always put away any sort of plastic containers like soaps and even dish towels. I just want to remove everything to make sure that the photos are gonna look clean. If you're debating on moving something or not, I would honestly just take it out. If you're questioning yourself already, that probably means that it's not gonna be good in the photo. So I did end up taking this dish rack out before I started shooting the house. Seeing trash cans in photos is honestly one of my biggest pet peeves, so I make sure to take those out. This is including any like bedroom trash cans or bathroom, mainly the kitchen one. So I went ahead and just put that outside. Now heading into the first room, I'm turning on lights, lamps, opening up curtains and fluffing pillows, just making sure it all looks good to go. You'll see in this video that I was struggling with the curtains. I have seen before that you can actually like tie it into a little knot at the end, and these curtains were definitely not the right fabric for this, so I did eventually untie them and just let them hang. If you have any suggestions on what you would do if you came across long curtains like this, please let me know because I'm curious and I'm sure a lot of other people are too. I know it's not shown in this house, but sometimes people can have a lot of clutter or just personal items on their nightstands. I suggest just put away what you can and really remember to put that stuff back before you leave. Now we're moving on to the next room. We're gonna open up the curtains, lights, lamps, fixing pillows, any sort of decor that needs to be fixed. We're doing that now. Fixing any pillows, rugs. I fixed these chairs. They were just a tiny bit crooked. Felt like that box was a little bit out of place, so just moved that to make it a little bit more centered. When you're dealing with pillows, blankets, or even that poof that I was trying to fix, I just make sure that these don't look like somebody stepped on them or sat on them. Just fluff them up real quick. If they're down pillows, you can do like the chop, just like mine right here. Or you don't have to do that. Again, just make sure it doesn't look like somebody just sat on it. I do always put away remotes. Just remember to put those back before you leave. Now that the living room's done, we're heading into the bathroom. And sometimes the bathroom takes a little bit more effort just because there are more things that you need to move. I like to switch out the toilet paper. If there is a roll that's like half used, I wouldn't want to see that, so I just switch it out for a new one if there is one available. If there's not, just remove the smaller and the used one and just keep it the same. And in here, I'm going to take out this Febreze spray and just kind of scoot over the toilet bowl cleaner just so it's not seen in the photos. And I decided just to keep this because the camera isn't even going to catch the stuff inside of it, so I just decided to keep that there. I don't really like to see towels in my photos, so it's a quick fix. I just take them, put it in the drawer. And if there were any like shampoo bottles, conditioner, body wash, anything like that with like the bright plasticky colors, I just put that away. I liked those towels just because they were set there nice and like pretty. I didn't want to touch that just because that already looked really, really nice. And we're just gonna hide this trash can in the corner. And this is the last room we're going into. This was a really small room, so there wasn't really much to work with. I just removed the fan and the trash can and opened up the blinds. This room would probably only get one photo, so I didn't need to go into too much detail, and it was is really clean anyways. The last thing that I'm gonna move is games just under the coffee table. This is kind of a personal preference. I usually like to do that just because it doesn't really go with the theme of the house. It's kind of like brighter colors. So I was gonna remove that. You don't have to do that. If there's like a full game cabinet that somebody has, you do not need to take out every single one of them. I just like to do that. That's my personal preference. And there were only like 4 games to move, so I just took those out and put them outside. So now that we're done getting the house prepped and ready for photos, we are gonna go ahead and start. And if you want help with building your real estate media business with a personal one-on-one coach, you can actually look in the description of this video and you can apply for the REPP coaching program. This program gives you access to a weekly checklist, a one-on-one personal coach, and even 10 or more group calls with all of our coaches weekly. So you get 10 videos a week, which is really nice and informative. There's 24/7 support from the community. There's a private Facebook group chat that's really active. A lot of people are asking really great questions on there and getting answers. There are even chats where you can contact different people all over the world who are doing the same thing as you. And you can even get help when you're actually at a shoot. If you have a quick question, you can ask the whole community. So if you're curious about what coaching could look like for you and your business, I highly suggest checking out the link in the description below this video. Seriously, so happy to help you. We want you to succeed in your media business. So let us know if you're interested and we would love to chat more about it.